What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how to make money in the Pokemon TCG market. Right here we have 1 day's fulfillment. Just set all of these products up. We're going to begin shipping to our wholesale members. For those of you who don't know, we have a program that lets you buy factory sealed English cases, very convenient. We have 2 different tiers. We have a starter tier for those just starting out that lets you buy up to 5 cases per month. And then we have an elite tier, which comes with no limits, no restrictions. Recently, we've had a ton of demand. As you can see, this is just 1 day's of order, and we have a couple dozen cases here to fulfill. And this is what it's looking like every single day. And I mean, these are the hottest sets, Ascended Heroes, Prismatic Evolutions. We'll jump into it. We'll talk about all the products that people are buying and why they're buying them. But if you want to get in there, make sure to join. We might be making some changes to the program here soon, maybe adding another tier. We'll see. But right now, everybody's loving it. Everybody's just buying because they know, with how much demand there is on these products, you can't go wrong. Let's start off over here. These, I've made a lot of videos on these. The premium posters continue to dominate. We're selling these about $100, $150 under market price. But that gap is closing because my ability to stock these, Wave 2 dropped. I mean, my stock is being depleted. People are buying me out. I'll get even starter tier members, they'll buy 2 cases. Elite tier guys will buy 5 cases, 10 cases at a time. Initially, when we were selling these cases for about $600, $650 in that range, I sold like 50 cases. The amount of cases that we're selling now is going down, but that's because we're charging a higher price, but also because our stock is going down. And I expect for these to be sold out. So right now, we are entirely sold out. The wholesale members, they bought out the mini tins. These are my final 3 that I'm fulfilling. Plus, I have 1 leftover one right here. So we're just going to put 4 of those, 1 case worth. Final mini tins. Last time I'm going to have those available. Don't expect to be getting more of those in the foreseeable future. Then the 2-packs. I was waiting for all this stuff to come in. The 2-packs, these are also entirely sold out. I mean, people are just buying this stuff up. And, a lot of these price-sensitive, small beginners, the Timmies in the market, they get very hung up. They're like, a random seller on eBay will be like $5 cheaper on something. They're like, hey, why aren't you cheaper than this guy? And what they don't understand is that this is just access to scale. You're able to buy a lot. It's convenient. It's quick shipping, very responsive customer service. And, a lot of the big guys, the people who are actually operating at a higher level, they don't want to be buying out collections. A lot of the beginners, what they do is they're just looking up for one-off collection buys, but that's like treasure hunting. Sometimes you'll strike gold, many times you won't. The business operators and the people that are actually spending a lot of money, I'm talking 5-figure orders, $10,000 at a time. Those guys, they just need a steady supply of product. And they don't care that they have to pay sometimes slightly more. But yeah, mini tins entirely wiped. 2-pack blisters entirely wiped. Like when I was first selling these, we had these for $400 a case, okay? And then even above 500, we still sold out. And now these cases are trending $650, $700. Before you'll know, it'll be $800. Same thing with these. These are also, before you know it, this is going to be $1,000 case. And people are like, how can it be $1,000 case? Right now, they're only $800. But what they don't realize is these people don't know how to read the trend. And when the stock continually depletes and there's no reprints in the foreseeable future and demand stays constant, the prices are going to go up. And, smart money understands that. Dumb money, not so much. So yeah, final 4 premium posters. Don't expect to be getting any more of those. Maybe I'll be able to get a few more cases, but I expect to be out of that SKU entirely. Mini tins were out, 2-packs were out. ETBs, I was able to get a few more ETBs. Looked within the network and the supply chain, so I was able to get those. But same thing. I mean, people are buying me out. I got elite members that are buying 3-4 cases at a time. And I mean, we're going through hundreds of ETBs on a week. Just everybody's interested. So again, if you want to join that wholesale program, get in there while you can, because a lot of these really, really good products, a lot of good sets, just people are buying whatever they can. And what I have found is it doesn't really matter if it's the most hyped thing like ETBs. People are just buying everything. And here's the next product I wanted to transition to, the deluxe pin collection. So today alone, as of recording, we have sold 32 cases. These are all going out. So you're watching this video right now. This is all this stuff's already sold. We're going to be shipping and packaging this stuff out. 32 cases times 6. I mean, guys, that's like 200 boxes in 1 day. Now, I would love to get 2,000, but that's just, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The Pokemon company, they're printing more, but they're not printing that much more. So yeah, this is just crazy. Targeted buyouts on all this stuff. A lot of smart money. I know we haven't even split. What I've noticed is our starter tier members, a lot of them are just doing the lazy approach, the buy and hold. And those guys are actually going to make a ton of money. Set it and forget it. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of with that case limitation of only up to 5 cases per week, they'll buy a case of SPCs. We'll talk about those in a sec. Case of premium posters. They'll grab a case or two of the deluxe pins, case of ETBs, and they're set for the month. Then they wait for the next month and they'll buy some more stuff. So Elite, on the other hand, a lot of them, I know they're breaking them up. They're splitting them. Some are selling by the case. Some are individually piecing out all the contents inside. There's a lot that a lot of people are doing. Everybody's in a different position, right? But the overall trend I'm seeing is everybody still wants this stuff, okay? The deluxe pins by no means are the most popular SKU or product release, but it's Ascended Heroes and everybody wants it. So deluxe pins are going super, super fast. Wave 2, we did just get Wave 2, so I still have a good bit of the deluxes to go. I do expect to keep these stocked, but, the price that you're paying on these, it feels cheap. These should not be these should be over $400 a case. I don't care what the market says they are. We sell them to our members for like $300. Sometimes less, sometimes more. The prices do fluctuate. Once the stock gets depleted, we're going to start going up on the price. But again, it just makes no sense for a case like this to be under 400. So people are buying it. Some of these big guys, even if they're able to save $25 a case, they buy 20 cases. I mean, that's $500 saved right there. So with our membership costs, it's really easy to cover the dues. Next one that's probably going to go out as well as the tech sticker. We've had these for a long time. I'm beginning to be just totally depleted on this stuff. And Ascended Heroes right now is just what everybody's dumping their money into. And people don't care. They're paying all-time highs. They would rather overpay, so to speak, on Ascended Heroes than buy something like Perfect Order at a good discount to market, or even some older stuff. This product right here are the Obsidian. This is actually a good product. On our available inventory, I have a lot of older Scarlet Violet. For those of you who have been in the market for a long time, the beginning of Scarlet Violet was trash. Nobody wanted this stuff. So when the products are trash and they're not selling, well, I don't sell them. I'm not going to be selling at a 30% loss. So I just send them back, and obviously the market recovered, and these prices are very stagnant right now. So actually what a few very smart buyers of ours in the wholesale program are doing is they're buying out the old stuff. I had one guy totally wipe me out of Paldea Evolved ETBs. We had also Sleeve Blisters get bought out. Obsidian Flames, people are like, hey, Phantasmal Flames is way too expensive right now. Obsidian Flames isn't moving. It's much older. It's out of print. No reprints of that. But Phantasmal, we expect that we will eventually get some. So yeah, sold some check lane cases here. Not too much, but yeah, this stuff's moving, you guys. This stuff's moving. The market's very strong. People are churning through this stuff. Investors, there's just a lot of money. There's a lot of money flowing into the market. And when you have a surplus of money flowing into the market, you need to be paying these high prices. And if you don't, the next guy pays more. And that's just the current market we're in. Do I agree with brand new ETBs like Ascended being $150, $200, $250 at the gate? That's not normal, but we're not in a normal market. And you need to pivot. You need to adapt. You need to play the game. A lot of these people also who are joining the wholesale group, they don't understand how to read the demand. And I'm telling you guys, I'm just seeing by my own SKUs and what the large guys are doing, what the whale buyers are doing. They are gladly paying a premium for the ability to just stock a ton of cases, because you can't easily do that anywhere else. So yeah, I mean, this right here, the proof's in the pudding, right? We got the receipts. 32 cases in one day is absolutely insane. We have the premium posters, which we've sold a lot of them. But, even on a day it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday as of recording. 4 cases. That's 24 premium. And, let's talk about the SPCs. Enough about Ascended Heroes. You guys know, everybody knows that Ascended Heroes is great. That shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm more so just documenting kind of what's happening. And people are just buying stuff out. So, again, if you are interested in getting in, and there's still a ton of, products to buy. Don't get me wrong, we still have over 100 SKUs, but slowly but surely, people are just buying stuff out. Like the mini tins, if I get more, obviously we'll have them available for sale, but I've had those available for so long. You had your chance. If you wanted to buy it, you bought it. If you didn't, you miss out. The ship has sailed. Same thing with the 2-packs. I offered them for sale. The smart people bought them. The dumb people, they waited. They sat on the sidelines. They're gone. They're gone. You now have to pay a new price. But Prismatic, here's another great opportunity. And, this actually surprises me. And for someone who's been doing this so long, it's honestly fascinating how some of these newer guys think. They think that the market's crashing because Prismatic Evolutions had a pullback. And they're buying into Ascended Heroes, which, again, I know it's going to perform. Ascended Heroes is going to perform, no doubt. But it just came out. You have so much more time. Prismatic SPCs, when these came out, the original allocation on these was pretty weak. It wasn't anything crazy, okay? These were sitting, 200, 250, nobody wanted them. And then out of nowhere, they went to 400. And I'm saying it right now, this is a $500 box. The prices are going to be in that $300 to $400 range because of the reprint. But again, once that stock gets bought out, once all of the streamers, businesses, people who start opening these products, enjoying the products, collectors, once this stuff gets opened, there's going to be a massive, massive premium on these boxes. But what you got to realize too is the largest premium will be for those who are buying the cases, because there's far less people that are buying cases than they are buying loose product. And the reason for that is it's much easier to find a loose box of SPC at like a Target, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, whatever. But factory sealed cases, those do not get distributed out to large retail, because you're not going to walk into a Target and buy 4, right? You're going to only buy 1. But this is a home run product. I've said it for the longest time. I'm still waiting. Like I'm slowly beginning to build up positions on Prismatic. But again, Ascended Heroes, I'm not really so rushed into, because everybody's just buying it. So even if I would want to set aside Ascended Heroes, I just can't. I got to make sure they're stocked for the wholesale members. Like, they're paying their dues. There needs to be available inventory to purchase. So Ascended Heroes is obviously going to be available for the foreseeable future. But, Prismatic, it's just like whatever reprint I get on these SPCs, we offer it out to the members. And once it's gone, it's gone. So, like, your time to buy is now. And again, if you're just watching, you're not in the group, you have no interest in being in the group, you don't care about buying cases, you don't like making money, that's fine. You're just watching for enjoyment. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you're subscribed. But we're just documenting kind of what's going on behind the scenes. But this is an awesome product. It's hollow foil, really strong ROI, incredible display as a sealed product. You don't have booster boxes. So what are you going to display from Prismatic Evolutions? Well, you're either going to display the ETB, or in my eyes, the SBC is way cooler. Just look at that rainbow hollow foil. You get the EV. People, I don't know, in the beginning of Scarlet Violet, they hated this whole crown concept, but now nobody cares, because obviously the cards inside of the packs are stacked. Vast majority of your value is coming from those 15 packs. You also get the really sick SIR Altar promo. You get the cool EV pouch, playmat, sleeves. It's loaded, you guys. It's loaded. And I might have to go in very heavy on these right now. But actually, in my own business, I'm actually doing first partner illustration buyouts. I think that is a better product, at least for what I'm trying to accomplish. But, that's what's so nice with all the wholesale members, is everybody's doing something different, right? We have a lot of people who are just doing buy and hold. A lot of people who are just buying Ascended, they're setting it back. Like, I got one guy in the group where he only buys the premium posters. Like, that's his favorite product. He's just constantly stocking up on those. Every week, he'll pick up like 1 or 2 cases. We ship them out to him. And he's just building a massive position because he believes in that product. And that's the awesome part, too, is, there really is no right or wrong answer. Everybody's in a different spot. And, sometimes you could watch the videos, get some inspiration, see what other people who have success are doing. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you're buying the stuff that you like, it doesn't matter what happens to the price. You're going to love the product. I love the SPCs. We only had 3 go out today. We had a bunch. I initially had them available for sale about a week ago, and they sold a lot then. Right now, it's kind of calmed down. Like, the people who wanted the SPC bought the SPC. Today, we just sold 3. So pretty average day. Not a full case. We broke it up. I'm going to fill it in here with some paper wrap and send it on the way. But again, really nice product, you guys. Can't go wrong. Easily a $500 box. Those cases are going to be $2,000. Right now, you're able to snag them $1,400. Steal. Absolute steal of a price. You're going to be making $600 before you know it. It's not tough. If you made it this far into the video, if you have the attention span of a normal human adult, I'm going to drop you guys some free game. And that free game is that in this market, the people who are losing are the people that aren't doing anything. Okay? You are better off slightly overpaying, buying into the strength of the market, and kind of riding that wave than you are just sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. Because analysis and overthinking, it's not going to lead to anything. What it's going to lead to is you doing nothing. And if you do nothing, nothing will change, right? So that's all I got, you guys. Nice day here today. Lots of sales, lots of cases to pack up. Again, if you are interested in getting access to these cases, you want to, build up your own investments. You want to have more inventory available for your business, whether you're vending at local shows, you're a rip and ship streamer. It doesn't matter. If you're just interested in the Pokemon TCG, there's no way that you will not benefit by being in the group. I will preface by saying there is a lot of demand. We have significantly more people wanting to join than I am able to supply. We are not admitting everybody all at once, especially for the elite tier. The elite tier is usually where you're committing and you're going to be spending more money. There is an application for that. We only want to work with very specific people. So yeah, just be sure to check them out. And if, again, sealed product, you don't like sealed product, you don't buy sealed product, you're more into single slabs, anytime you're buying on eBay, guys, hit that affiliate link. Help support the channel at no additional cost to you. It's one way of you showing support, letting me know that you guys enjoy the videos. And of course, appreciate everyone subscribing. We're on track for 2,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane to see the growth. I love giving you guys the behind the scenes. This is fun for me. This is fun just talking about what's going on in the market, things like that. But overall, just seeing what's going on right here, what you got to realize is Ascended Heroes continues to be the dominating product. Everybody wants it. Prismatic, there's more hesitation with Prismatic due to all of the reprints that are coming. Way more price fluctuations. The market feels more confident about Ascended Hero products right now, even paying record high prices, knowing that they are going to continue climbing higher because the Pokemon Company simply cannot meet the demand. But Prismatic Evolution also presents a good opportunity. Ultimately, I don't think you could go wrong either way. I think diversifying into both will be the most optimal strategy. And then, a few individual SKUs of the lesser popular products, not ETBs, not SBCs, nothing like that. Mini tins all sold out. 2-pack cases selling out. So a lot of these side products are still performing extremely well. Goes to show how healthy the market is. And then the final takeaway is these 5 check lane cases right here as well. People are buying these out. A few people, vast majority are buying the hype stuff, the new, the street on the news. But a few people are buying old Scarlet Violet. And this kind of reminds me of people buying Sword and Shield. Now, I don't have very much Sword and Shield. I think I have like some Lost Origin, Silver Tempest. Don't have any like Evo Skies or Fusion Strike or anything like that. That's all sold out for a long time. But, we do still have early Scarlet Violet, and that's just kind of stagnant right now. It's not really doing anything. A few people are buying it, beginning to buy, I didn't make a video at the Paldea ETBs that sold out, or the sleeved. We just shipped those out. With how much is going on a day-to-day basis in this market, you guys, I'm doing my best to stick to daily uploads, but, I don't have time to document everything anytime I get a chance. Today, as you can see, we have a very busy day. We need to package, process all of these orders right here, but yeah. Early Scarlet Violet, a little bit of action in there. So I'm seeing some people trying to look elsewhere, and it's hard to find that kind of a buyer for this older stuff because, again, nobody's talking about it, especially for the new guys, A lot of people joining the starter tier, they're only interested in Ascendant and Prismatic, which is fine. You can buy whatever you want. We don't force you to take anything you don't want. But a lot of the elite members are buying out some early Scarlet Violet. And, those tend to be the more experienced guys, the 6-figure businesses. People who are selling tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars of product in a given year. They kind of understand how to turn stagnant products that people aren't talking about so much into profit. And what you got to realize with these older Scarlet Violet is there's way less attention. There's way less attention on these products, and these are the types of products that silently creep up in price. You check back 2 years, and you're like, holy smokes, this is very expensive. And that's how it is. That's how it is with the market when, people reject the product and nobody buys it. Some people are just left holding the bag, and eventually the market will rebound. I've made a lot of videos already talking about how early Scarlet Violet is very underrated right now. Everybody just focus on Mega Evolution, but it is what it is. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure to subscribe, and we will catch you here on the next one.